Hi, this is Lucky Robin, and this is update 4 for the French Biointensive Organic Raised Bed Garden series. I'm in Northwest Washington in Zone 7B. So I've been getting some strawberries. I've only gotten 3 so far over here. And in this one, there's all kinds of green ones, but nothing's turned red yet. So the petunias are blooming, and parsley's coming up really nicely. The yarrow, got a lot of weeds in here, and this is from not taking care of things last year when I was too ill to come up and clean out the garden, but I'm getting to it. Got my cilantro is doing really well. Well, that is a borage, and I do not want that in this bed. Okay, the oregano. That's the dill. This is... oh goodness, you know what? I thought this was calendula, but that looks like forget-me-not. So, maybe not. My chives are coming along. The thyme's gotten quite a bit larger. The rosemary's still chucking along. The mint, the spearmint, and peppermint are doing nicely. Haven't got to this mess yet. The gold rush zucchini is getting really big, but it's already starting to yellow, so I'm going to have to amend this. Patty pan's doing pretty good. And you can see how big my tomato plant has gotten. This is, whoa, which one is this? This is the San Marzano. And then the lemon boy has gotten even bigger. And I keep having to actually pick off the flowers because I don't want them to flower yet. I want this to get much bigger. Got my basil in. It's sweet green basil and purple basil. And I really don't find that much of a difference in the flavor between these two. But the purple is pretty. And I still need to get some Thai basil. I lost a couple of the cucumber plants, but the others are doing really well. Morning Glory has completely taken over this bed, but hopefully we will be able to get to that within the next week or two. And I've got a ton of weeds coming up in the onion beds. You can see the onions have really leaped up. I have been able so far to ring the onions in this bed and weed this bed. So I've got to get to those ones. And then I've rung the onions in this bed. And all ringing is digging it down to just above the roots so it has room for the bulb to expand. My volunteer kale, it was indeed kale, has come up, and I found this little guy in another bed coming up, volunteer, so I moved him over here with the rest of the lettuce that looks just like it. So this is my leaf lettuce, and I've been able to harvest one salad's worth so far, and looks like I can do another one today. And this is my head lettuce. It's my spinach I need to harvest, and the blood vein sorrel. Got out a lot of weeds. This is my mother's work, not mine, but I'm going to benefit from it greatly. Kohlrabi's doing really well. I did lose a couple of plants. Something ate it down. The celery is doing pretty good down here. I've got all of my broccoli in, but I think the rain today just really pounded on it. A couple of these weren't too great to begin with, but they were there were 8 plants in a 6-plant pot, so they're extras anyway if they don't make it. I figure, oh well. And I think I'll get a pot of cauliflower and plant it in amongst where the kohlrabi didn't make it. All right. So that's my echinacea plant there in the pot. You can see it's probably grown about 4 or 5 inches from last week. Now we got the area for the corn and the beans is ready. And let's see if I can get around this thing. The corn has been planted. Without falling on my face. There we go. We pulled the plum tree up so it's straighter. It was leaning way, way over. Those 2 hills right here. And right there are going to be for butternut squash. And then put another one right here for sweet meat squash. So we've got 6 rows of corn planted. And then the green beans are going to go in here. And I think we're doing 3 rows. We might do 4. But I did the calculations. And 3 rows should be enough for my family, my mom, and my nephew and his family to have enough green beans canned for the year. And you can see that I painted those ends. Finally it stopped raining, so I got those painted today, and they can go off the table and I can start on the rest. So this has gone crazy. I've been harvesting some of the red. The spinach needs to be got too because it looks like it might be starting to bolt. One of these, oh, these are the beets. The kohlrabi in here is actually starting to make balls. Let me see if I can find one. I did the other day. Oh, that might be cauliflower. There's one. If you can see down there. And then there's some broccoli coming as well. My mom planted very early, and there's another one. And I'm not sure how well she's going to do. Now, she has not had any strawberries yet, but there are all kinds of blossoms. I think I get more sun up there. There's some green berries in there as well. So, doing pretty well. So, all in all, that is the update on our garden for this week. I also wanted to add, I've got my nasturtium planted in a hanging basket. These are the begonias that my mother-in-law got for me for Mother's Day. And then over here, you can see the petunias are getting quite a bit bigger. Needs a deadhead. That one, I haven't seen any red ones in here yet, but they're quite a bit behind the black ones in size. So, all right, now that's really the end.